Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Kelradan Castle, and indeed attempted to take out some of the Machiavellian vassals at Ford, and we helped some of our units take it as well. Now, as you can probably see, the Machiavellians have absolutely no fiefs at this point. And as a result, they are going to be eliminated sooner rather than later, I hope at least, because, as you can probably see here, we have a rather hilarious faction report going on. So, we can see here that we are currently at war against the Machiavellians and the Haakon, for some reason. Now, this actually happened just a few moments ago, where the Redwood Nation? Yes, the Redwood Nation made an alliance with us, as well as, of course, the Zann Dynasty making an alliance with us the last episode. And so, we have a rather hilarious amount of people at war against the Haakon. I'm actually feeling quite sorry for them at the moment, because as you can see, 3 very strong factions are at war against them. And no doubt they are going to be the ones to take the full brunt of our assault. As you can see here, Johara has already cannibalized the Haakon's territory so much that I don't even know whether they can come back from this. Because even if the Zann Dynasty decides to do anything about it, the Redwood Nation decides to do anything about it, then we are just going to be having a complete bloodbath where they are concerned. But the reason I start right here, if I can find myself, yes, there we are, hello. The reason we are right here is because of this. Do you see these guys right here? Outlawed criminals were able to acquire 418 units. Now, I did get a tip from one of you, not in the comments this time, but one of you actually came on to Star Wars The Old Republic, which is another series that I am currently doing at the moment, and that kind fellow decided to give us some well-needed advice. And the advice was to find large bandit parties with a huge amount of prisoners, because, as you can see here, 315 prisoners, one of them, or at least a couple of them, have to be Bluewood nobles, because you so incredibly advised that I should get Bluewood nobles, and the only way to get them is by rescuing them, as far as I am aware. So, if at all possible, I would like to be able to deal some damage to these guys. So, yes, 157 versus 418. Now, I can only hope that the caliber of our units are just too good. Just too good for them, and hopefully they will keel over at the sight of us. But as you can probably see, oh wow, I was actually expecting to be outnumbered rather massively here, but we only have a battle advantage of -1. So that is actually quite surprising anyway. I was expecting to have, well, let's just say I was expecting to have around 60, maybe even 50 units, and they would have much more than that. They'd probably have 130 or something like that, but no, we are actually quite lucky in this case. So, let's do our very best, take them out. Oh my goodness, there's an elephant. Really? They have an elephant? Okay. Well, that's probably not going to go too well for us, is it? No, not at all. So, let's just try and do some much damage. Come on. Do the damage. Okay, well, maybe not. Let's just tell our infantry and cavalry to charge in here, and leave our archers where they are, because no doubt they're going to be very, very useful there. Come on, take out the elephant. Oh, no. I can't even see the guy that is on the elephant because it is so large. Okay, well, we're just going to try and take out these units then, because, believe it or not, the units here are actually very good at archery. The wandering criminals and so forth are actually pretty good at archery, so if I can at all prevent them from doing as much damage as they can potentially do against us, then I think we'll have a much better chance at succeeding here. Yes. Come on, take out some of their demon worshippers as well. I think that would probably be quite helpful. So let's move our archers a little bit closer as well. We are moving further and further towards the enemy's spawn position, which is probably never a good sign, because, as you know, if you spawn right next to them, then they're going to teach you a lesson. So let's try to be careful about that. Oh, no, I wanted to take that guy out. Unfortunately enough, I was not able to. Oh, yes, get some damage on that guy if I can. It's not looking good so far. Maybe we could catch up. This guy's a demon priest, I believe. Is he a demon priest? I'm not entirely sure at the moment, but they do appear to have some rather fiendish-looking weaponry. So let's hopefully just try to avoid getting hit by that. Now, our archers are way too far away. Let's move them a little bit closer here. We need to get them in on the fray. And I think I'm going to switch to my shield and mace now, because we are fighting a guy that seems to be rather heavily armored. So I'd like to be able to avoid some of that armor if possible. Okay, come on. Yes, come on, take him down, take him down. Oh my goodness, never mind. Okay, Silavethiel, thank you very much. I do believe you are the one to help us out. Or was that a demon lord? Was that a demon lord? Oh no, here's a demon lord. Oh dear, they have horns and everything. Okay, let's try to avoid that. Oh dear, that's not a good sign. Oh my. Okay, come on, take him out. Oh, they're actually pretty easy to take out, and we knocked him unconscious as well, so we'll be able to take him prisoner. That's going to be great. Okay, so far, everything is working out quite well. Unfortunately, it does not appear to have the longevity, and by that I mean our own army. It might actually fizzle out before we have any chance to do anything else. Especially when that happens. Especially when that happens. Okay, I'm going to be retreating here, and we have 94 against 255, so let's just head back in there. I will hunt you down. I will hunt you down, outlaw criminals, once again, once I have rejuvenated rather sufficiently. Now, bear in mind, it appears as though... Oh, wow. It appears as though all of the Machiavellian vassals are defecting to the Valahir clan, so you can imagine that we're going to be getting a huge influx of vassals, and anyone that decides to take us on is going to regret it. So, if at all possible, I would like to be able to, well, try and keep my standing in the realm as good as possible, because otherwise we're going to have many, many difficulties indeed. So let's take some of these marksmen here. I do believe they're going to help us out. And now let's see, how much HP do I have? I think it's going to be enough. Let's try to track them as best we can. We're not going to be attempting to take them out at night, because I do believe they would probably have the advantage in that case. Is that them? Slave rebels? No, I'm looking for the other party. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to cut away. I'll try and find those guys, and if I can, then you will no doubt see us attacking them again. Oh, is that them? No, that's outlawed criminals. They do have some pretty good prisoners, but nothing as good as what we saw previously. They've probably gone into the trees here, though, so I'll try to search for them. Okay, so I was able to find the outlawed criminals after half a day of searching. They were just in the open next to Leuven. They were rather easy to find. I went over into the forest, and unfortunately I came across a demon army, so that was probably not the greatest idea, was it? But nevertheless, we are here once again, and we are going to be taking them on. 144 of our troops to 255 of theirs. Now do bear in mind that this is a battle advantage of 0, so we will have no problems whatsoever with being outnumbered. However, the outnumbering is probably going to be a little troublesome in the grand scheme of things, because they do have many more units than we do, so let's try to make good use of our numbers by making sure we don't suffer too many casualties immediately. Now, do bear in mind that I am going to attempt to stop as many of these guys as I can with my face. Well, wait a minute. Did I say my face? I meant my shield. And we're also going to be going along their lines and trying to take out many of their crossbowmen. Unfortunately, they do appear to have other ideas. Ah, yes. Very much so. Very much so. Demon priests, everyone. Yes, demon priests. They are actually quite effective. Ouch. That hurt quite a bit. I gotta admit, that hurt quite a bit. Okay, so let's just see here. Once we hit 50 of their dead, I will be retreating once again, and we'll see how much my first aid can heal us. There is 50. Thank you very much. Okay, so we lost another 14 units. They lost 50. We are getting them down. It's just unfortunate that Scout is being taken out so incredibly much. Okay, well, once again, I will be cutting away, and I'll try to rejuvenate ourselves and then engage them once more. Okay, so once again, with a very small rest at Kelradan Castle, we are attempting to take these guys out. Hopefully we will be granted a reprieve from flat battlefields, because believe it or not, they are probably the reason why we are taking more damage than I would like, because our archers are not given enough time to fire off into our enemy's ranks. So let's see if we can actually make that happen this time. I'm going to try and stay out of the way a little bit here and not block as many things with my face. That would probably be a good plan, wouldn't it? So let's see what we can do here. Maybe I could... Ooh, that is unfortunate. Really wanted to do some damage to that guy. He does seem to be quite a powerful unit after all. Okay, so charge in our infantry here. Did some damage to that guy's horse at least. Really not something that I'm really looking to do, but so be it. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Taking that guy off his horse. That is very much better. Okay. Not bad. Okay, don't get taken out by that guy, though. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, our units are actually doing an incredible job now, as you can probably tell. There's a very good reason for that. And that is the hill. That is the height advantage that we are so far getting, because as you can see, they have to fight uphill. Their horses are a lot slower. They're not able to cause as much damage with their lances. And that is indeed something that I am so pleased about right now. Very, very pleased indeed. Otherwise, we would no doubt have another retreat on our hands, which would not be a very fun experience. No. No. Come on, leave me alone, Demon Priest. I cannot believe that they are so incredibly after us right here. I suppose we are the leader of the faction, so can't really expect too much. Oh, no. Don't. Oh my goodness, those guys. I really want to take one of them prisoner if possible. Oh, no, that is our Divine Atheling. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's get our archers over the hill here. We do need to get their support. That would help us, wouldn't it? Oh my. Okay, come on, take out that Amazon. Yes, there we are. Take out that Amazon. Very, very nice. And hopefully not get killed as a result. Oh, took out the horse there. Did some damage to the horse. I am regaining my title of Horse Slayer, apparently. And, of course, regaining my title of being taken out from the weakest of units. A Wolf Squire. Really? Well, at least I could have been taken out by a Demon Priest. That would have been a good idea, but never mind. We are going to be victorious. Or at least I hope so. I believe we will. And the great thing about this is that even if we lose a huge amount of our units, it won't matter because they have 315 prisoners, and that is double the amount of units that we can even field in our army. So as long as we don't lose too many high-level units, such as Herseers, Divine Aethelings, maybe some Illica units as well, then I will be completely fine, and I do not even mind if we lose a couple of those. Unfortunately, losing a Wolf Knight is quite painful, but as you can probably see here, only 4 more enemies remain, and we were able to take out a very large bandit party indeed. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find any bandit parties that have Bluewood nobles visible, because otherwise I would have obviously engaged them and got some more Bluewood nobles, but there it is. Look at how many units they have right here. Look at it. Redwood Elites. Oh yes, they have some Redwood Elites right here. I will be taking those, I do believe. And what else? Elvery Redwood Rangers. Oh yes. Haakon Loyal Recruits. Wow, okay. Sandwalkers. Ah, yes. Demon Priests. Demon Lords. Exactly what we want right here. Some Eagle Lords as well. And we have a Tauranian Horse Archer. I don't believe I'll be taking that. Amazon Warrior. Wolf Knight, Tauranian's King Guard, Demon Worshippers. We have some Limbard Knights. Oh, wow. This is very, very... What? 30! 30 Knights of the Eagle! Are you serious? Okay, 30 Knights of the Eagle has just skyrocketed my wages so incredibly much that I am actually a little bit worried about it now. Okay, so let's see. Anyone else I want to take? Ah, Mercenary Lancers are the way to go, I do believe. So let's lose some of these. How many more do I need to lose? There we are. 2 more of those. That is fine. Shall I get some more Eagle... Really? Should I get some more Eagle Retainers? Okay, I'm going to do something really drastic here. We're going to level up those cigars there. Are there any other units that are not worth it in our army? Well, I think the Zann units are worth it. I think the Wolf Constables are definitely worth it. Amazon Rangers, are they worth it? Potentially. Potentially they are. But everything else is all high level. So, in actual fact, what we're going to be doing is something very painful indeed, and that is releasing 22 cigars to get more Eagle Retainers. We have 24 of them now. That is just amazing. Okay. That will be it. That will be it for that battle. And we are now also, of course, at war against the Haakon. So maybe we want to test our mettle against one of their vassals. That might be a good idea, but we will see. We will see. Let's just take a look here real quick. So we are surrounded by deserters, but I don't believe they will bother us anymore. So that is fine. Now let's just head back to Kelradan Castle. Now, oh yes, I must also mention, King Ingveld is actually a very nice man, because you know that I lost Horus Castle and then regained it, and then lost it and then regained it, right? Well, he's actually given that to us again. So, we own Kelradan Castle, we own Arndal, Horus Castle, Freising, Volderberg, Nadar Castle, and we own 2 villages as well, Jurandarfell and Enger. And I am just so gobsmacked by this, because I had no clue that a lord, or indeed a king, was so generous. So as you can see, if we go to notes here and go to characters, we are the Lord of Volderberg, Freising, Arndal, Kelradan Castle, Nadar Castle, Horus Castle, Enger, and Jurandarfell. That is so good, and as you can probably see here, as my phone rings, we have father-in-law, mother-in-law, and our wife, of course. And I do believe that brings me to the next point that I wanted to make, and that is indeed the case that I wanted to head back to Volderberg. I'll probably do that off-screen, head back to Volderberg, and acquire a new member for our team. And that new member has a name of Lady Ella. We will take our wife on campaign with us, and she will hopefully provide a great morale boost for us. So, without further ado, I am going to be heading on here and doing some damage to the Haakon, hopefully enough. So, let us go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's actually quite tempting, but I don't believe I will at the moment. So, shall we do some battles against the Haakon? I think we might. Might be a fun idea. We are in an alliance with Zann Dynasty units, as well as Redwood Nation units too. And King Ingveld is taking ownership of Ford. I do believe that that is completely fine. He is a very generous person so far, so that is great. And Tylon is saying, the woods of Eladar. Bah, this place is thick with bandits and outlaws. Well, you see, the King of Torreno declared this to be his personal hunting preserve, and said he'd kill any man who as much as strung his bow here. So what happens? Some family goes hungry and succumbs to the temptation to poach, and the King's sheriff comes along and strings him up and takes his land. His sons, rather than starve, go bandit, and so naturally, anyone in the whole valley who feels the need to run away from a debt, or a nagging wife, or a vengeful noble comes up here to join them, living on wild pigs and berries and the purses of unwary travelers. Ooh, thank you for the little backstory there. And there is the Rivermen. They have a lot of mercenary lancers and farmers and peasant women. That is really strange to have that combination, but wow, that's pretty cool. They didn't attack us, which is always a good thing. Now, I'm actually wondering, am I low in HP? Yes, we are quite low in HP, so let's stop off at Crane, and we'll do our very best to rejuvenate our units. Oh, Arakanus! Oh my goodness, Arakanus is now telling us about his backstory. He says, I was planning to come here until I ran into you. And yes, the companion dialogues are a work in progress. Thank you very much from the dev team right there. Okay, so let's wait here for some time. And hopefully Scout will get to about 80% HP, and then at that point we will be heading on and hopefully doing some damage to the Haakon. I am hoping that we will see a Haakon vassal just move on by here, because they are quite large as far as I am aware. We have 82% now, so I think that is good enough. Let us move. Okay, so there's some Haakon scouts. Perisno in ruins. I do know that... Have we gone in there before? I think we have gone in there before, and there isn't too much to see as far as I am aware. Aha! Here we go. What better way to test our metal than to test it against one of these vassals here? Okay, so as we can see, we have a real-time event. A local minstrel has composed a small song about your deeds. I shall like to reward him with 300 orums. I think that is going to be a nice idea. And as you can see here, we have already come across our first Haakon Empire vassal. He only has 64 units, but it is better than nothing, and I will be teaching him a very important lesson. Not to cross any of our allies, and indeed the Valahir clan itself. So, let us make sure by moving over here with our archers. We are going to wait until they decide what to do. I don't really want to make any decisions for them at the moment. My apologies, Redwood Elite. Go on your way. Thank you very much. Now let's see. Are they actually going to do anything? It appears not. So we're going to be moving our archers and our infantry ahead. Get our cavalry over to the side there, just in case they decide to charge straight on into our lines. Then it would be a nice idea to have some flanking action going on. Aha, I see. There they are. I have spotted them on the horizon. Well, it's not too far away. I don't think you could call it a horizon, but still. You know what I mean. So let's get our archers there, and then we'll get our infantry here. And our cavalry will go over there, I do believe. Okay. So, now, this is where my inexperience with the Haakon comes into effect. I have no clue what units they actually focus on. Do they focus on archers, cavalry, infantry? I wouldn't think that they focus on infantry, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure they focus on cavalry, and maybe horse archers as well. Maybe that is the case. So we will no doubt see in just a second. And I do believe, considering we have 42... We have 42 cavalry? Really? Okay, we have 42 cavalry. Let's go. Let's do our best, shall we? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get our archers here. And I actually want to get our infantry here and attacking their infantry division. Yes, very nice. And then let's get our archers here. Great. Okay, let's try to lure them a little bit. Maybe they have heavy infantry as well. They don't appear to have many cavalry at all. Goodness me. Okay, so charge in, cavalry. That is exactly what we need you to do right here. This is actually quite interesting, I have to admit, because as you can no doubt tell, these Haakon units are very low tier, and I have no clue why that is. Was he just defeated? Was he just defeated in battle, and that is why he has only this many units, and not very good units at that? Or is the Haakon faction just not very good? Who knows? I'm pretty sure every faction can be excellent in the right hands. And I'm not even saying they're my hands, of course. My hands are not necessarily the greatest hands to have any kind of units in, but still, I'm wondering what they are good at. Ah, Haakon Legionnaires, I do believe, are one of the highest level units they have, and they are heavy infantry as far as I can tell. So let's take this guy prisoner, level up our relation with the Redwood Nation, and, of course, the Zann dynasty itself. And we can take some prisoners too, which is always a bonus. So I will not be taking anything else there. And now, this is where I am unsure. I don't believe I will be sieging any of these Haakon fiefs. I would like to focus more on the Tauranians a little bit, perhaps. That would be a rather nice idea, I do believe. But if I happen to find a castle that is not defended... Okay. Hint. Hint game. Hey! That is not defended. Yes, I would like a fief that wasn't defended, if possible. That would be wonderful. Oh no! Let's watch where we're going, shall we? Let's watch where we're going. That would make a massive difference. 157 versus 407. This is not good. This is definitely not good. Okay, you can tell what I'm going to be doing here. We're going to be playing a turtle strategy. A very effective turtle strategy that I used to use in Light and Darkness. Let us just hope that most of our units will be able to get into formation before they are besetting upon us here. Oh dear. Okay, so this is Lord Octavius of the 3rd Legion by the looks of things. And as you know, he is focused on Roman factions. So this is going to be rather interesting, to say the least. Probably not great, though. Let's try, shall we? Okay, now we are wearing one of their helmets, after all, so hopefully we'll be able to fight like one of them. Yes, we've already taken out quite a few of them already, which is always a good thing. Yes, nice damage, and knocked him unconscious. Great. Okay, so where are our cavalry? We want to get them running in against their archers if possible. Let's try to do that. And we want to try and get our infantry just to fight over here and have our archers pelt them to death. Exactly what we want to see. Oh, yes. Come on. No. Okay, don't shoot me, please. No, no, don't shoot me. I said don't shoot me. Thank you. Okay, hopefully you're listening now. Oh, dear. No. Oh, no, no, no. Why is my horse so slow? It must have gotten taken out and crippled. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's not good. Okay, well, the best we can do is just take them out. Oh, no, it's quite slow. That is why. Okay, I'm going to get off. Let's do it. Why not? Okay, let's charge in our infantry now as well to clean up the rest of these units right here. Hopefully they will not decide to just retreat entirely, because otherwise then we're going to have some difficulties with their newly acquired reinforcements. So let's get in on the action here. Let's get in on the fray. Hopefully they will not be too difficult to take out. However, we know that Praetorian Guards are actually very, very difficult, and unfortunately very damaging. No! Very damaging indeed. 54 of them. Okay, retreating. That is fine. 25 morale we gained there. Very, very good indeed. We only lost 11 units. Unfortunately, I do believe we lost many of our very powerful units in the process of that retreat. But we took out 104 of his units, and he only has 303 remaining, so maybe we should continue our damage against him, because he does have 173 prisoners. But, for now, I will be ending this episode off here on a slight cliffhanger. I do apologize for that, but it is getting rather late here at the moment, and I need to get down to some editing. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.